Parks have always been important to Polk County, but parks and recreation needs cannot be met through public funding alone. Help is needed to enhance and maintain parks as assets that you can be proud to share with your family, friends, and visitors. There's a nonprofit 501c3 corporation established to promote and support public parks and recreation activities in Polk County, and to promote gifts and donations from individuals, organizations, and private industry. Their story is coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Steve Barnes, and with me today is Marion Ryan. She is the president from the Friends of Parks Foundation here in Polk County, and also Donna Jones. She's a member of the board of directors for the Friends of the Parks, and also a Polk County Master Gardener. Ladies, thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having us.
Now, tell me a little bit about the program, the Friends of the Park organization.
The Friends of the Parks Foundation was formed over 20 years ago, and our mission is to promote and support parks and recreation activities in Polk County. And that includes both public and private lands. Our Trek 10 Trails program hosts hikes on a number of different properties throughout the county, and we have included things like the Nature Conservancy's properties, all of Polk County's environmental lands, Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission properties, etc. Water Management District also.
So you have a lot of cooperatives here with different organizations going on.
We sure do, along with the county, natural resources, the Master Gardeners with our Dirt Day program, and a number of other organizations. And we've been lucky the last 2 years to be the recipient of a grant from the Florida's Natural Foundation, which helps us enhance our programs.
Excellent. Now, Donna, you're with, you obviously have the opportunity to sit on the board of the Friends of the Park, but you're also with the Master Gardeners of UF-IFAS. Tell us a little bit about that program and how that works in with Friends of the Park.
Well, the Master Gardeners work cooperatively, and I'm from Friends of the Park, and they have. I've been able to get grants through that they have obtained through the Friends of the Park that help sustain our Dirt Day. I also have a lot of volunteers that help with the programs that I've planned, and they come. One time we had 10, so we have a lot of enthusiasm there, and that's a lot of free expert advice that's going to the community.
And that's one thing I've noticed about the Master Gardeners is they're kind of everywhere. You know, you guys do a lot around the community, and obviously working with the Friends of the Park is a big part of that. Now, we're here to kind of talk about a special event coming up, Dirt Days. Tell us a little bit about what Dirt Days is, why it's important for the community.
Well, I guess that's my field. However, I can always count on Marion to be there and help, so we get a lot of support from Friends of the Park. Dirt Days it's a free program, and like I said, it's sponsored by Dirt Days, by Friends of the Park, and works very cooperatively with Circle Barbie Ranch, which is where we have the events. There are 4 events every year, and I plan them so that there's one each season. You know, there's a great change in Circle Barbie when you go out and, say, observe the birds. The birds that are there in the fall aren't necessarily the birds you're going to see in the wintertime. The foliage is changing, so it's a wonderful experience for families to come and see what's happening in our different seasons in Florida. I'm very pleased. I talked yesterday to John Morin, who's a very well-known Florida photographer, a nature photographer, and we'll be watching a video that he has, and we also have books, and he's very concerned about Florida springs. But we're going to talk also about the water cycle, what children, now these are elementary children, so children can do practical ways that they can treasure our water and take care of it. Of course, their parents come also, so we're educating a variety of people.
The whole family here.
Yes.
And so you've got a lot of different events and programs throughout the year then, I take it.
Yes, we just finished an event that had to do with trees. Our young forest ranger came out and brought lots of things. He gave a nice program, and like the big cutout of the tree and all the products that he put out, then children were surprised. This was produced from something from a tree. So they were, you know, and then every time we take a tram ride, or maybe they have 2 tram rides, we usually propagate a plant. Or seeds. You want me to go ahead?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look.
One time, this is a little pot that they make out of paper, which is something that they can plant, and it will just become part of the soil and enrich the soil. Now, in this, they will put you form that around the base of a bottle that has a little indent.
Okay. So this deteriorates then as...
It becomes part and enriches the soil. Attracts worms too. They love
clever.
the newspaper. Then they can plant seeds in there after they put their soil, or quite often we go out and snip a plant and teach them how to propagate the plant, which they can grow and nourish at home. Part of Dirt Days is there's always a song, because I have a music background, so I'm trying to make up my song right now about water. Well, on the tram ride, we'll see some of the things you see here on the table and talk about them, because you're aware of the birds that are changing.
Birds and bugs and butterflies.
Oh, yes. Yeah, all right. Some of the other programs that we have, in the spring we're going to be talking about terrific bees that buzzing around, how they help our native plants, that we talk a lot about native plants. And also some of the creatures that you see, children are very interested in that, and how we need to preserve our nature.
Excellent. Now, Marion, obviously there's a lot that goes on here, but there's also some other areas of Dirt Days that is going to be highlighted, right?
That's correct. A number of years ago, Friends of the Parks was awarded a grant, and we actually were able to construct a 30 by 90 foot shade house, and that shade house is housed at Circle B Bar Reserve. And we propagate and grow plants from seed. For instance, the kids helped us a number of years, they've helped us several times to plant saw palmetto berries into pots.
And that's what we're looking at here.
And that's what you're looking at down there. I mean, the one with that one pitiful looking thing, that is a year-old saw palmetto.
Okay.
It takes a year for the seeds to germinate. And the other one you see there is about 4 years old, and the kids planted those seeds.
These saw palmettos, these are the things that you'll find just out growing in Florida brush.
Correct.
You know, that's a natural growing plant, right?
Right, and we've grown an awful lot of plants, literally hundreds and hundreds of plants, to do environmental restoration projects at Circle B.
Okay.
Because it was a former cattle ranch, so a lot of the land was cleared and planted in improved pasture. So we're bringing it back to a more natural condition.
So then this little guy may eventually see itself out in the wild then.
Definitely will, and the Dirt Day kids and their parents have planted hundreds of plants at Circle B. And we were talking about the last Dirt Day, which was about trees. The kids and their parents who were in attendance planted 58 4 to 6 foot tall trees in a restoration area.
Are there specific types of trees and things like that that you
All
look for?
natives.
Okay, very good. Now, there's another program, the 10 Trek Trails. Oh, that's a mouthful. 10 Trek Trails.
Trek 10 Trails.
Trek 10 Trails, okay. Tell us about this program.
Trek 10 Trails started in 2007. And it was an effort to get people off the couch and outdoors and enjoy nature. And Trek 10 Trails incorporated geocaching into the program, which means that kids can use their electronic gadgets to go on a treasure hunt. And we've got 16 different properties in this cycle. And these are our game cards here. You can get them at any Polk County Library, at Circle B Bar Reserve, and several other locations. But you fill out your card, you stamp your card with the 10 different self-inking stamps that are in the geocaches that are hidden on the property. And we have instructions on our webpage that you can follow and use a GPS unit to locate them, or there's explicit written directions that are called letterbox instructions that you can, you know, go to the big oak tree, turn right, and 50 feet on the left, there it is. And at the end of the year, if you've completed your 10 treks and stamped your card, you mail it in to be eligible for prizes at our end of the year celebration. And
that's so cool.
Another thing that you can get with 10 treks is our GeoCoin, which we made
that's
last
nice.
year. It's just a souvenir. And the GeoCoins are trackable. They all have an individual serial number on them, and you can actually watch your GeoCoin travel across the U.S. or across
For
the
real?
world, literally.
That is so cool.
And we also create path tags every year. This is our new path tag for this year.
Now, what's that do?
Kids and a lot of adults actually collect path tags.
Okay.
A lot of them trade them. They put them in. They will actually have their own path tag made, and it also has numbers on it in the back. And they put it in geocaches so that people will travel with them
That's
and log
pretty
log the discovery of that path tag in the cache.
That's pretty neat. Now, where are all these trails look? I mean, are they all in one general location, or are they?
They're all
over the
across the county, and you can go on our web pages, and there's all the instructions for all the different sites and the geocaches, GPS coordinates for the parking area, or written directions on how to get there.
Very cool. Is there anything else that you want folks to know about with these two programs, with the Dirt Day or the 10 Trek Trails?
They're lots of fun, and they're free.
That's the biggest thing, right? They're free.
The Dirt Days, they are always on Saturdays, which is, if you plan ahead,
That's great.
that it's, you can schedule that time. It's a special time when families can get out, enjoy nature, and learn together. They're from 9 to 12. And let's see, what else, Miriam? They're programs that you can learn about in advance. You go to Eventbrite if you want to register online, or you can stop by Circle Bar B, which, by the way, is on Winter Lake Road, outside of, at the outskirts of Lakeland, off Highway 98. And just go down a little bit, and you'll see the brown nature signs and take a right.
What a terrific park
It's
that
a
is.
lovely place to go visit any time of the year, but we hope people will turn out for Dirt Day, because I think it's a great experience.
That's great. Marion, Donna, thank you so much for coming on today and letting us know about what's coming up. Get outside and get your hands dirty, right?
Right.
Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Polk County offers many opportunities for fun, adventure, and relaxation in its parks. You can run, walk, bike, ride horses, view historic sites, participate in all types of organized sports and water recreation, and enjoy nature. Friends of the Park was established to promote and support public parks and recreation activities in Polk County. Dirt Days and Trek 10 Trails program are just a few of the programs they offer in the community. For more information, you can give them a call at 863-207-5206 or look them up on the web at www.friendsofthepark.net.